Mucho Poco, 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 poco.
Hola amigos, and welcome to another Mucho Poco lesson. This one is called Hangleburg. Maybe you never heard of Hangleburg, but I'll bet you ate one. It's a kind of a sandwich. Everybody doesn't have this kind of pan. Everybody doesn't slice their pan. You probably have this kind of pan at home in your kitchen, but lots of people don't. If they do, then they will make sándwiches. I told you about a town in the United States, over here. Now, some of you have not flown across the ocean yet. Here's a big ocean. It keeps on going, too. It goes way up here. This whole big ocean, this is part of what we call the Atlantic Ocean, el Océano Atlántico. It's even bigger than that. Well, if you ever sail across it, and you keep going this way, you will come to the United States. Here's part of it right here. Well, in the last lesson, called Sandwich, we went right over here to a state called Massachusetts. And Massachusetts has a town in there called, if we say it in Portuguese, sanduíche. In Spanish it's called sandwich, and in English it's called sandwich. Well, now let's go across the ocean and find another sandwich. So we're going to leave the United States behind, and we're going to sail over here or fly over here, and we're going to go to England right here. There it is. It's part of what we call the United Kingdom. So here's England, and we're going to go to this town, well, a town called Sandwich, right in here. There it is, right there, Sandwich. Do you see it? This is a kind of sandwich. In Espanol, we call it hamburguesa. Hamburger, hamburguesa. If you go to a country called Germany, let's fly over there. Here it is, right here. In Spanish, we call Germany Alemania. And it's not too far from right over here, the little town called Sandwich, England. Sandwich, England. So now we are in Germany. Did you know that in Germany there's a town called Sandwich? Well, it's kind of like Sandwich because there's a town there called Hamburg. Here is the city called Hamburg. Here's a little closer view right there. So if you live in Hamburg, you are a hamburger. So it's kind of like saying that if you come from Sandwich, Massachusetts, then you're a sandwich. His name was Jonathan. 3 years old, no más. Let me put his nariz on here. And his ojos. He was a happy muchacho. Here's his pelo. And he had a very difficult time saying hamburguesa, the Spanish word for hamburger. So one day I said, let's practice saying this word, Jonathan. Since you are 3 years old, you'll be able to say hamburguesa. Hamburguesa. But, as you will see, Jonathan had a very funny way of saying hamburguesa. I said, okay, Jonathan, dilo, hamburguesa. And he would say, Hangleburg, I'd say, no, no, no. I'd say, let's try it again, a little at a time. Say, and he would say, burguesa, and he would say, burguesa. And then I would say, hamburguesa. And Jonathan would say, Hangleburg. And so we would try it again. And I would say, and he would say, and I would say, burguesa, and he would say, burguesa. And then I would say, hamburguesa. And you know what he would say? Hangleburg. So I tried it again, and I said, Jonathan, listen really closely, because since you are such a big muchacho de 3 años, you'll be able to say this. And he agreed he could say it, and so I said it again for him, and this time I said it a different way. I said, we're going to say hamburger. So I said ham, and he said ham. And then I said burger, and he said burger. And then I put these two together, and I said hamburger, and he said Hangleburg. And do you know what? No matter how hard I tried, and no matter how many times I tried, Jonathan was perfectly happy saying the way he said it, Hangleburg. So if you ever go to a restaurant with Jonathan and you want to order una hamburguesa for him, just remember, he only says it one way, Hangleburg. And you can say to the waitress, Señora, por favor, quiero un Hangleburg for Jonathan and una hamburguesa for me.